Hello and welcome to We Poets. My name is Sally Baker and I'm the host of We Poets. We Poets is a poetry show for boys and girls between the ages of 6 and 13. So if you would like to be on the program, please have your parents or your school teacher call me. I'm always looking for new youngsters to come and read their poetry or essays and enjoy our audience here. Tonight we have a lovely young lady who won first prize in an essay contest, and she's going to read her essay, and then we're going to see some of the awards that she also received, and then we're going to have two special guests come from the Ecology Center here in Berkeley, California. So I know we're going to have an interesting show. So here we go with our lovely young lady. Hello, young lady.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Great. Could you look there at camera 3 and tell us your name and how old you are and what grade you'll be in when school starts this fall?
My name is Mariah Mayfield. I'm 11 years old and I'll be in 6th grade.
Great. And what do you think you're going to like best about being in the 6th grade?
I'm going to like more writing competitions and more friends.
Great. And you like to write, huh?
Yes, I do.
What are some of the things you write about?
I write about other people. I write about my life. I write just fiction, stuff like that.
Great. Now tell us about this contest that you entered and won first prize for essay.
Well, I entered in the Duce Jubilo contest with my class, and everyone wrote a piece or drew something, and it was really fun. We all had a really good time. I won first place along with my friend Charlie. He won for a poem that he wrote. It was really fun.
Great. And so what is the name of your essay, or does it have a name?
It's untitled.
Okay. Be our guest, please. Go ahead, please.
When I woke up, I saw a small green box. As I rubbed my eyes, I noticed that the box had a lock with no key. I left the small box alone. I stepped onto the cold wooden floor. As I did, an alarming chill shot through my spine. I walked towards my very unorganized desk. I grabbed my small pink charm box that my dad gave me when he left for the army. It had all my favorite things, a football, a violin, and an I love you charm. But there was an unusual thing about the bracelet. It had another charm, a new charm, that looked like a key. I ran towards the box with joy. I slowly and carefully injected the key into the locked box. I twisted left and turned right. The silver U-shaped unhinged itself from the black rectangle. Using only my thumb and index finger, I opened the box. It was a letter from my Uncle Tommy. I opened it with excitement. The note said, "I'm really sorry, kiddo, but your dad died." I cried and cried and cried. I wish I could have died with him.
Oh, let's clap. Wasn't that nice? That was very nice, and I know that your family is very proud of you. Could you tell me who your family came to watch you tonight?
My grandma came to watch me, my auntie Annie came to watch me, my sister came to watch me, and my grandmother came, and my mom came to watch me.
Wonderful. So the whole family's here watching you tonight. We're so proud of you. Now, let's talk about some of these awards that you received for winning first prize, okay? Take this first one here, and now hold that up to camera 3, and tell us what it is, please.
This is from the assembly, and it's just an award that I got, one of the 3 awards that I got. And
do you want to tell us who it's from?
It's from the assembly?
Yes, and Tony Thurman signed that. Assembly 15th District. Good, yeah. Very nice. The camera got a nice shot of that. That's very good. Now let's look at your second one, please. You've been a busy young lady. This was a nice contest, okay? Now hold that up to camera 3 and tell us what that says, please, and who's that from?
It's from the Senate, and it's one of the 3 awards that I got as well.
Good, good, very nice. That's from Lonnie Hancock, Senator, 9th District.
Yeah.
Good. He got a nice shot of that one. Now we got a third one here. Okay. Hold that up and tell us what that says, please.
This is from the supervisors of Alameda.
Alameda County?
Of Alameda County. And this is one of the 3 awards I got as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's clap for that. Isn't that nice? Now, tell us what other awards you received in addition to these 3. What other things did you receive?
I received a medal that had everything that I won engraved on the back. I received $25 for winning the award. Yeah. And that's basically it. And I won 2 other things. One that looked like sort of a dollar, and yeah.
Good, good. So what are you going to do with that $25?
I already spent it.
You already spent it.
I spent it on a water bottle because I always lose them.
Oh.
And I spent it on another writing journal and 3 special pens.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now tell us some more about yourself. What else do you like to do, for fun anyway?
I like to write for fun. I play basketball every single day, and that's basically what I do, mostly in the summertime. And then during school, I usually hang out with my friends.
Good. Why is it important that we have friends?
It's important that we have friends because if something goes wrong, you can always rely on them to help you and be there for you.
Good. And we should associate ourselves with good people, right? They're doing good things, not bad things, right?
Yes, of course.
Right, right. Now, do you play an instrument, musical instrument?
I did. I played the cello, and then before that, I played the piano, and before that, I played the viola.
Wow, you've been a busy young lady.
Yes.
Now tell us about sports.
I play basketball, and I'm about to be signed up for track, and then those are the 2 sports that I play.
Oh, you were a busy young lady. Now, when you graduate from high school and college, what kind of career do you want to pursue?
I want to be an author or a journalist when I grow up.
Good. Now, tell me, is anybody else in your family writers?
No.
You're the only one?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
You're the only one. Well, that's great. Now, let's talk about this summer. What are you doing this summer that's fun?
I'm playing basketball every day, and I'm going to go to Virginia, and I just came back from LA.
What did you do in L.A.?
We just hung out there.
Uh-huh. And what are you going to do in Virginia?
I'm going to go see my Auntie Sam, and we're going to have a lot of fun out there.
Great, okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming. I'd like for you to come back again. Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and congratulations for being an outstanding writer. Let's all clap for her. Welcome back to the second half of We Poets. I'm Sally Baker, the host. And now I would like to introduce you to two very special guests for tonight. And on my right here is Mr. Wells Brown. He's the regional manager at Rising Sun Energy Center here in Berkeley, California. And on my left here is Jesse Maida. He is an energy specialist also at the Rising Sun Energy Center in Berkeley, California. And they're going to tell us what their agency does. And perhaps some of you people watching our program would like to use their services. So here we go with Wells. Hi, Wells.
Hi, how are you, Sally?
Good. I'm so glad you could come.
Thank you very much for having me.
So I have a list of questions for both of you guys.
Fantastic.
So starting with you. What is the job given to the Rising Sun's youth employees and what are they hired to do?
Fantastic. So Rising Sun Energy Center employs 15 to 22-year-olds in their community as energy specialists. Jesse over here is an energy specialist in the city of Martinez, and his job is to go into the community and provide free energy and water assessments for homeowners and renters alike. What that typically entails is going into the home and seeing how they're using energy and water, looking for ways in which they can both lower the utility bill as well as the carbon footprint of the homeowner or the renter. So they're looking at anything from lighting to see whether or not they can change out old inefficient lighting for new efficient standards, as well as shower heads and bathroom and kitchen and sink aerators. They're also talking to the client a little bit about behavioral change processes that can go on in the home, getting them to commit to some water and energy saving tactics after we've left the home.
Good.
Yeah.
So how many times can a person have your specialist come into their home?
So each home or apartment is allowed to be served once every 5 years. And the idea is that we keep coming back every 5 years, continuing to improve as technology improves in both lighting and water usage in the home.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're going to come over here and hear from you. How does your job make a difference for the environment?
Well, a great example is if I change out 10 CFL light bulbs with 10 incandescents, I will save about $75 a year for the homeowner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that in turn, it will save a lot of energy for the rest of California.
Mm-hmm. Now, do these people have to be senior citizens?
They do not, no.
Oh, really? I thought perhaps maybe seniors.
Nope.
Oh.
Seniors can take advantage of the program. Anybody in the community is eligible to receive the program. We have targeted populations that we like to hit, which are typically harder to reach populations, such as seniors or non-native English speakers, and we try to tailor our approach to that. But if we find anyone in the community who wants to save water, energy, and money, we'll absolutely serve them and see what we can do for them.
Great, that's great. Now, how do you find the youth who are involved in this program?
It's a varied approach. Depending on the community, I have different tactics that I like to use. I'm always going out to high schools and giving presentations in the classroom, talking about the job that they'd be doing this summer and then also the impact that they'd be having. So I'll target environmental clubs and see if I can find some youth that way. But then there's also just other times where I go to high school career fairs, set up a table, talk to the youth, or I'll go to police activities leagues, which tend to have a lot of young people who after classes aren't necessarily on a sports team, so they're going to those facilities to stay active after school. So it really just depends on the city and sort of the services that exist in that city and what I've found so far.
Great, great. Now, how did you find out about the program?
I found out through my teacher, Rana Zollinger. She just recently became a teacher for another school, but before she left, she told me about the program.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you?
I'm 17.
17? Mm-hmm. One more year of high school?
Yep, just one more year.
What do you think you're going to major in when you graduate?
I have no clue.
No clue?
Not one.
Do you think you'd like to continue working in this area?
Yes, it would be amazing to continue to work in this area.
Great, great. Now tell us about this T-shirt that you're wearing. The logo.
Oh, this right here, Rising Sun Energy Center. This is my work uniform.
Work uniform.
Yep, and my title's right here, Energy Specialist. And we got a tree and the buildings and all that on top of a sun.
Oh, great. Do you wear caps?
We do not. We're not allowed
No
to.
caps. Now, you have yours? They come in different colors, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 different colors for the 3 different positions that exist in our program.
I see.
And so energy specialists wear green. Then in between the energy specialist and the manager, there's a position called the lift, and that stands for leader in field training.
Oh.
And typically the lift is someone who has been with the Rising Sun before, gone through our California Youth Energy Services program before. So they know more about what they're doing. They're returning. They're bringing some new skills to it, and they've showed an aptitude for leadership. And so we like to bring them on and have them sort of take on different roles and be an intermediary between the managers and the energy specialists and sort of lead by example. We find that it's a really empowering opportunity for young people to sort of get that first foray into management of not only programs and information that comes into and data that comes into the office, but then also personnel in the office.
Great.
And then lastly is the manager, and they wear the gray polos like this.
Good, good. Yeah. Now, what kind of training do these youth receive?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do all kinds of training that stretches the gap from environmental education and literacy to on the jobs, sort of hand tactile skills. Sometimes people come to us and they've worked on construction sites, so they absolutely know how to change an aerator. But other times, some of the energy specialists have never picked up, a wrench before. So we're training them on those capacities. We're also teaching them on customer service skills, some of those softer skills. So when they're in that client's home, they can connect to them, make a strong relationship with them, and really sort of make that client feel at ease when 2 young people are in their home providing them with a service. So it runs a wide range of different skills. We also do a lot of team building. One of our core pillars of the program is that we can run a successful site, but if the people, the energy specialists and the managers haven't come together and sort of created sort of this great family relationship where they feel like they can learn from each other and grow with each other, then we want to make sure that's happening, because that to me is an indicator of success, not just the numbers in the home serve, but also the work environment that's created, sort of creating this strong working relationship.
Great, great. Now, what do your clients usually say when you finish doing the work in their homes?
They are usually very, very gracious of our service. Usually our service only takes about an hour and a half. Sometimes we get a house with a lot of stuff that we can change, 2 hours. So we're in and out pretty quick, and everything we do is very like screw in, screw out. So everything that we do is non-invasive, and they're just very happy with our service.
And the people feel safe with you coming into their home, a stranger?
Yes, they do.
Do they ever invite you for coffee or tea? Or
Yes, they do, actually.
Good, good. And do you usually go during the day or the afternoon to do this service?
Usually around the afternoon. Sometimes we have appointments at 11:30, but usually we have them around 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, great, great. Now let's see here. Why do the youth continue to come back and work for Rising Sun?
I think it's different for the returners. Some of them are really excited, the lift position that I told you about earlier, some of them are really excited to come back and sort of have that, sort of development pathway between energy specialist to lift, and then they have aspirations to come back a following year as a manager. So for a lot of our returners, that's a driver. Some of them, are very much aligned with the environment and community outreach and development, and so they feel very fulfilled over the summer, and that's what brings them back every year. And some of them, they're looking for that job again. Mom and dad are saying to them, hey, it's summer, we need you to be active. So it's multiple different reasons, but quite often you find young people coming back because they're really excited on the work they're doing. They know that they're having an impact on their community. They know that they're having an impact on Greater California, and as a result, the world, and that's a big driver for a lot of our young participants.
Great, great. Yeah. Now let's talk about these things that you brought.
Yeah, absolutely. So over here we have some examples of some of the shower heads and efficient lighting that we bring in into the home. And so this right here is just an efficient flow shower head. We are installing these. Jesse, how many of these do you think you've installed this summer?
I've installed one, actually.
Yeah, one? Fantastic. And so what we're doing is we're bringing them into the home, and if we find while we're in the home that one of the shower heads that exists there is at 2.5 gallons or greater, that's deemed inefficient, and it's a lot of water that's being wasted, especially given the drought that we're in today. So we'll swap this out and put our shower head on there, and typically it drops it down to around 1.4 to 1.1 gallons per minute, so you have some large gallons per minute savings there, but that will fluctuate depending where the home is, whether or not it's close to the water pumping station, and therefore the pressure is a bit higher. We're bringing those in. We're also bringing in bathroom and kitchen aerators that you can see here. And for these, the inefficiency level is 2.2 gallons, and we'll swap these out if a sink is running at 2.2 or greater. And we will typically see about a 1 gallon reduction per minute as well on that. And when you start to think about the one aerator that Jesse's installed plus his partners in the city of Martinez, plus the other 19 cities that we're serving, we're actually creating a huge amount of water savings in a very important time in the state of California right now.
Great,
yeah.
Great.
And then we also have some energy efficient lighting over here.
Okay.
So over here we have a standard 13 watt CFL. This is the equivalent of a 60 watt incandescent light bulb, those old inefficient light bulbs. And so if we find some inefficient 60 watt incandescent light bulbs, we will swap them out for the 13 watt. And then we also have a 23 watt CFL, which is 75 to 100 watt incandescent. So anywhere we find an incandescent in the home, we're looking to swap it out with the appropriate style of CFL, because we don't want to take away somebody's light brightness.
No.
We just want to cut down the energy consumption. And then lastly, we have over here, which is the most efficient form of lighting right now. This is an LED light bulb, and it's a 19 watt light bulb that produces the same lumens and light as a 100 watt incandescent light bulb. So that's an 81 watt savings right there, just off the bat. And so these are some of the examples of the lighting that we're able to install.
So all these are free?
Completely free,
Completely free?
Yeah.
Wow.
So technically it's paid for by the California Public Utility Public Purpose Charge. So it's a tax program that's being given back to the community, which is why we will serve anyone in the cities that we're working in.
Oh, that's great. Now we're going to take a little break here.
Go for it.
I understand that you write poetry.
I do.
And you've written a poem for us tonight.
Yes, I have.
Well, please be our guest. Tell us the name and then read it, please.
Sure. The name of the poem is called Rise of a Purple Sun. It's an original by me. Green's brown, white's red, brown's black. Lean down and look, just look, little life is found. A dismal world once said was full. The rise of a purple sun revealed a teeming sea, now cesspool. Aluminum and oil encased forever with a sealed fate. They spread ignorance, delayed awareness, now it's too late. Raining liquid fire, all tainted, but it can't resist thirst and intense desire. It clings on, nothing's left, it's dire. Life has not what it requires, but at one point it had hope. All it can do now is pray to just cope. As it exposes its glistening face, it all starts again. Another tumultuous day, beware that life may end. As light descends, the rays cut through, they pierce. Today heat's no ally, it's an enemy quite fierce. It causes a pain no tears could possibly heal. It roasts you on the inside, and it you can feel. Conflagrant, you healed. Fall clinging to the world you made. The world for a bit of comfort, does that sound like a fair trade? Lush forests, deserts now that you have killed the florists. Or rise them, cut back everything that doesn't matter. It's not who pays them. Trees and plants, frozen. But just glance of what we all hold so holy. Places, feelings, loves, God-given. Without them, he stands solely.
Great, let's clap. Wasn't that wonderful?
Thank you.
Have you had any of your poems published?
I have not.
Really? Have you submitted them anywhere?
I have not.
You should. I think wonderful talent.
Thank you.
You must get right with it. Have you written any poetry?
I do not have that skill, unfortunately. I appreciate it, though.
Now, let's see here. What is your favorite part about working at Rising Sun?
I think the summertime when we're implementing this program is absolutely my favorite. So much of the year we go into assessing the curriculum that's going to go into the training and doing some of the contracting with the individual cities that we're serving. But for me, it's all about finding the youth that we want to employ, bringing them onto the team and getting them out to have that tangible environmental impact in their given communities. So summer is hands down my favorite part of the year.
That's great.
Yeah.
So the rest of the part of the year is sort of
No, I love it, but it's definitely more administrative, and I love to be out in the offices. I get to see all the managers that we've brought on board. I get to see all the young energy specialists that we've brought on board, and it's fantastic.
I see. About how many are on your staff?
So the entire Rising Sun program and the California Youth Energy Services program employs 220 people over the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got 180 energy specialists, 20 leader and field trainers, and then 40 managers.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
It is,
Now, let's talk about this poster. Well, what do you call this?
So this is one of the banners that we
Banner.
take. Yeah, this is one of the banners that we take out into the community when we're attending farmers markets or if we're attending, events at the local city hall or senior center or wherever it is that we're trying to gather attention for the free program that's going to be running over the summer. So we bring that with us. We bring some of these items that we can install in the home for free, and we just try and engage the community. Communicate with as many people as possible. And we find that this banner over here definitely draws people in. They see, a nice tall banner with a young person, sort of at work doing their job, and it always sort of grabs the attention of people. And they say, "All right, tell me a little bit about yourself."
Now, who designed it? Does one of your young people design this poster?
I'm not sure who designed this actually. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that.
Right. That's all right. Now, where do you see Rising Sun going in the next 5 years?
We have great plans for expansion throughout the state of California. We want to continue to grow. We currently are in the Greater Bay Area serving 20 cities, but we know that there's a need for youth employment. We know that there's a need for energy and water savings throughout all of California. So we hope to be, down in the South Bay or down in South California or even, up to Sacramento area or something like that. So in 5 years, I'd like to see us in maybe 60, 70 cities.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Now, I think I met one of your staff people at it was like a gathering of about 100 youth or so. Did you attend that?
I did.
Could you tell us about that, please?
Oh, that was amazing. We got there around, I think it was like 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we sat down and we learned a little bit more about the company, and it gave us a little bit more motivation to work as hard as we do, because they showed us a lot of stuff about what the impact we are having on the environment is. And we got lunch, and it was awesome.
And about how many different cities participated? Do you know?
Oh, a lot. I couldn't name them all.
Yes.
I heard Antioch, Solano, of course Martinez, Oakland, Berkeley, all of
Yes.
those.
I just happened to be in the building and I saw all this going on, so I said, let me go in and see what's going on. And I went in and saw all you young people with your t-shirts on and just having a lot of fun, you know. So I went up and asked one of the staff people if she'd like to send some of you people to be on the show.
Yeah,
and here the
fantastic.
two of you are.
Fantastic.
And I'm so happy that you could come.
Yeah, we're so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes. Now, before we end, would you like to give out a phone number? It'll appear on the screen, of course.
Yeah.
But a contact number where
Yeah.
people can contact you
Absolutely.
if they want services, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can call our phone number, 510-665-1501, and it'll send you to box 300 to sign up for the free greenhouse call service. And it's just a fantastic way to have some young people come into your home, cut down your utility bills, and help you to be more environmental, all at no cost to you.
Wonderful. And so they don't need to be afraid of having strangers come into their home because they're all checked out.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, they go through intensive training. Jesse is a product of that. And they're fantastic young people who are going to keep everything great.
Great. Well, I want to thank both of you for coming. You both did a wonderful job.
Thank you so
and I
much.
think you should have your poems published because you're a wonderful, wonderful writer. So
Thank
keep
you.
up the good work.
I definitely
And I'd
will.
like to have you come back again and read some of your poetry.
Awesome.
And I'd like to have you write some new poems.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll
And
give
you
it a
can come
shot.
back and read your poems too.
Fantastic.
So we want to thank our audience for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed watching our young poet read her essay. And I'm going to have her come back again, and we're going to be hearing great things about her. So if you would like to be on We Poets, please call me at the number that appears on the screen, 510-848-6905. I'm always looking for new children, new guests, new sponsors. We're a nonprofit, so we need sponsors. So let's say goodbye to our watching audience.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
absolutely.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
Thank you.